And here we are, folks, in game 2. Team placeholder leading 1-0 right now. We'll see if Ctrl-Alt-Delete can turn it around. They are facing the exact same team comp from game 1. So if they had a chance to turn it around, it is now. They know exactly what they're up against. Let's see if they made the necessary adjustments. A 5-man waiting bush game for Ctrl-Alt-Delete. Meanwhile, in the bot, it's the same thing. Both teams wanting to get some deep wards in. Might even go for the full steal. We don't know. We just have to wait and see. Now this looks really like a lane swap right now, especially with this. It does get pinged out by Ctrl-Alt-Delete, though. They know that it's coming. Let's see how they respond. So I wonder if this gets spotted. No, so the turret doesn't spot it, but they know it's there. And it looks like, oh, Quantum and Chaos are recalling quite a bit late. But it looks like the lane swap. So they sniffed out the lane swap. Jarrett and Kaza get caught out. Nice spell shield onto Jarrett. Now he did level that up first, so it is a little bit sketchy, but it looks like they are just going to steal away the red buff. Jarman and Apollo going to share this XP out. Should stay with a jungler though and do a double jungle since no one has come in. This bot lane is going to freeze. The TP is a mistake. Right now, Jorman, the TP is a mistake. No one is there. He really should have stayed with Apollo, gone with a double jungle, mind you. Get that XP and grade that, because he is not going to be able to freeze this wave. Now Water Dragon is able to steal some of the XP from eBag and TP and pick up the rest of this wave. Jorman was not able to fast push. He froze. He was trying to freeze it and then changed his mind and went to fast push and wasn't enough. So we're going to get that 2v2 up in the top lane. And both junglers are just going to switch buffs, so they aren't really going to be behind. But in all honesty, this works out better for team placeholder. I mean, unless Quantum and Chaos can punish this 2v2 up in the top lane, Jarrett and Kaza did not want to deal with a Caitlyn and Thresh. They didn't want to do it. That's why they initiated the swap. But Ctrl-Alt-Delete sniffed it out, did this very well, actually punished them. But Jorman could have played it out a little bit better, could have stayed with Kaza, or should have stayed with Apollo. Let this freeze and make Water Dragon make the mistake of going back, TPing, pushing the wave, and gaining all this XP. But in the mid lane, Spooky, though, putting a lot of damage onto Mesu, and it's going to be first blood. Ignite was dropped as well. Will Cathian Surprise is not going to pick up Spooky as he retreats back into the safety of turret. But right there, that's the Cassiopeia from Spooky Spaghetti that we are used to seeing. The solo kill. And punishing the immobility of Kog'Maw in the early levels right now. The Twin Fang damage just too strong. Now, with that said, Mesu did not use Flash. Spooky Spaghetti does not have any summoners. Now, with a Rek'Sai, can punish that immobile Cassiopeia in itself with no Flash. It's going to be up to Mesu to call on Apollo to make that happen. But the team placeholder already getting the ball rolling. Spooky Spaghetti, no. Now Jorman trying to do a lot of damage onto Water Dragon. Apollo's here to help right now. Nice tunnel across the wall. Will he get the knock up? He won't, as the Water Dragon will flash it, but drops very low. Arcane Smash trying to slow slap things, going to stall them a little bit, but there's the flash from Apollo and will net him that kill. Water Dragon, though, doing a great job in stalling as long as possible. Does burn his flash, though, for it, but does make Apollo basically commit to that. So taking the stress from other lanes, knowing that the Rek'Sai does not have flash available to him. Meanwhile, it looks like it's going to be an early dragon for Ebeg. He does have 2 points on... He doesn't have 2 points on Denting Blows, which I'm a really big fan of with the early dragons, but he will still be able to pick that up quite easily. And there it is. Again, both junglers opting out for that Trailblazers. And again, Apollo going for the green ward, Ebeg going for the pink ward, and serving him quite well. Now, with the top lane should have seen the dragon buff going on, so they should have the timer for it. Meanwhile, again, Jorman getting abused, though. Water Dragon just farming so much better than Jorman. Going double longsword, a brutalizer? I think that's a mistake right there. Hopefully it isn't, but here comes Apollo putting on damage. Oh my goodness. The Arcane Barrage coming out from Mesu, chunking out Spooky Spaghetti. There's the level 6 that we were looking for. And Spooky Spaghetti really needs to watch out. Does have ulti available for him, though. But Mesu should be sitting quite pretty. Now, Ebeg not yet 6. Can't punish this overextending Kog'Maw just yet. Pings down, though. Apollo is up here. Should have taken the Lantern. A little bit of a botched gank there. Communication not on point for Control Alt Delete. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, it looks like Jorman wants to go on to Water Dragon. Probably going to be a stake. Yes, and there it is. Not having that MR right now. Gets chunked out. There's the Gnar ulti into the wall, stunning Water Dragon. But it's not going to be enough. Arcane Smash putting that healing onto Water Dragon right now as they trade. Water Dragon actually coming out quite a bit ahead in that fight. Double longsword not working as well as Jorman thought. Now this is not something that you see every day. Caitlyn losing the farm to losing a farm to Sivir. Jared just doing so much poke damage, as well as Kaza. They really win the sustain war out there. Almost makes me question why they weren't confident with this 2v2 down in the bot lane. But, oh, this boomerang's coming out. Chaos Claw and Quantum getting chunked out by that. That is no bueno. But Jorman there checking out just to make sure that the red buff is there. Apollo should be able to pick that up for himself. As both junglers should be able to get their respective buffs. So it looks like a tier and the Wisp coming out for Spooky Spaghetti. Gonna go for that Luden's Echo yet again. Now tier for Mesu as well. Now we weren't so he is sitting on 45 AP. It looks like this is gonna be an AP Kog'Maw. Whether or not he goes a little bit of a hybrid or not, that is yet to be seen. But Meganar going to be available soon. Apollo is here. Jarman wanting to see if he can go on to Water Dragon, but Water Dragon sniffing this out. I don't know if he sees. Yes, throw sapling toss. He knows that it's here. And Apollo will just back off as his gank gets thwarted. Meanwhile, at the top lane, both pickaxe advantage for Jarrett. Going to be able to bully that lane even more. But Quantum doing its best to stay close in CS. Now, I'm a bit worried right now with Spooky Spaghetti being able to get that solo kill on Mesu, and Mesu not getting that early lead from last game. I don't know. Just like that, we missed the dive. Sorry, guys. And whoa, Ctrl Alt Delete just dying every which way in the map. But here it is, Assault and Battery onto Jorman right now as they dive him up. Meanwhile, the poison from Spooky Spaghetti and Ignite will pick up Apollo. And just like that, it's going to be 2-0 for Team Placeholder, getting kills across the map. Spooky Spaghetti, all on his own. This is something that we are used to seeing, though. Last game was a little bit uncharacteristic, but it looks like Spooky's got his groove. Meanwhile, again, it is going to be a brutalizer for Jorman. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. But with the dragon spawn, it looks like it's not going to be contested by Ctrl Alt Delete. And this dragon is going to go over to Team Placeholder. Just like that. And yet again, it's almost like Ctrl Alt Delete didn't time the first one. Not really trading for anything of value. Now, with the top turret going down, they do rotate their duo bot lane. Quite a smart choice. But that sentence onto Kaza right now. Apollo is here right now. Jarrett with on the hunt, trying to disengage. Exhaust being dropped onto Apollo. Will stop the aggression from there. Chaos Claw not committing to that with a box after that death sentence onto Kaza. A little bit of a questionable choice right there, but Jorman getting poked out for the glory. Already finished onto Water Dragon right now. No MR on Jorman. Will get just chunked out. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, both ADCs are neck and neck in farm right now. Quantum making a game of it. But there's Jarrett onto Chaos Claw. Chaos Claw getting chunked out right now. Is forced to back out. Needs to watch out for that crescendo. If he gets caught, it's going to be lights out. Death sentence missing right now. Jarrett pushing his advantage as he pushes that. Meanwhile, eBag visits top lane again. Will sit Assault and Battery onto Jorman as Water Dragon follows up. Doesn't pop the For the Glory right now. Needs to Twisted Advance. Doesn't even need the For the Glory. Quantum, though, getting chunked out without his support. Is forced to pop the heal. Lantern saves him right now. Is forced to flash away. Box dropped. Will be enough. Chaos Claw will live. Wow, what a team, what a fight for Ctrl Alt Elite. Now a little bit of a mistake on their part. They need to get out of dodge. Quantum going the wrong way. Gets caught out with a Twin Fang. And so is Chaos Claw. That's going to be a double kill. Oh, Spooky! Misplaying that. Oh my goodness. That death sentence saved Chaos's life. They did back away, though, at a very opportune moment. Mesu trying to find something is forces Kaza to flash. Jarrett is here. Apollo coming in. Nice spell shield onto Jarrett. Will stop the knock-up TP from Water Dragon, though, to help support his team. While Jorman is here as well. And it looks like they are just going to back off for now, but Control Alt Delete getting a little bit lazy, and they pay for it dearly. Now because to break that down, Spooky Spaghetti did not poison Quantum first, so his Twin Fang was actually on cooldown. I was just expecting double Twin Fang, a QE and then E to finish Chaos Claw, but Spooky Spaghetti misplaying that, actually popping his Petrifying Gaze, thinking that it had enough range, but Cassiopea's eyeballs are not that long. So E-Bag's visiting here. Chaos Claw waiting in the wings on the other side, but he's gonna actually get caught out on the hunt being popped. E-Bag onto Quantum right now. Yeah, Jared's going to pick that up as they turn onto Jorman. Kaza, though, the bloodthirsty support, she'll pick up that kill. E-Bag going on Apollo, trying to come save his top laner, but it's not gonna be enough. Chaos Claw right here as well. But with no ultimates, they're just going to back out from that fight. Death sentence onto Kaza, though. He is going to flay back. A nice crescendo, not going to hit anybody, but there's so much damage coming out from Jared as he absolutely just shreds Chaos Claw. Those boomerangs doing tons and tons of damage. Not even finish his Infinity Edge yet, which is a scary perspective. Meanwhile, the mid laners are just duking it out in mid lane. Thanks to the 3 kills, though, Spooky Spaghetti is up. Here comes it. Jarrett, though, is baiting for his team. Nice spell shield as Apollo is forced a flash. Assault on Battery on to Quantum right now. They pick up Apollo. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they dive onto Messu. Spooky Spaghetti tanking the turret, though, but that's not going to be enough. Cathian Surprise is going to see if he can pick it up. No, not enough. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, they do just pick up Apollo. Jorman and Quantum able to disengage from that fight. But Jorman standing on top of a ward is able to flash out of that. But again, these backs from Control Alt Delete are just so sloppy. There was no need for Jorman to back in that bush. He could have backed safely underneath tower. And placeholders just going to go recall, set up for this third dragon, and with all lanes pushing in the favor of placeholder, Control Alt Delete can't even grab towers off of this. So just really, really messy play too. Now, whoa, there's Petrifying Gaze onto Chaos Claw. He gets caught out warding alone. Not something he should be doing. That's another kill for Spooky Spaghetti. Meanwhile, Water Dragon just farming up a Storm up in the top lane. Already 40 CS ahead of Jorman, respectively. Has that Negatron Cloak. Is so far ahead, he's going to go for that Abyssal Scepter. That's what it's called. Going to be able to do a lot of damage on that Maokai. Meanwhile, Jorman, again, his build just does not make sense. Going for a Black Cleaver after it, but there's the steal coming up from Apollo. Cost him his life, though, was worth, in all honesty, but they can't really get anything off of that. Yes, it was a cheeky steal. Yes, it was a nice steal, but really at what cost? They didn't get any towers. Water Dragon is able to push top lane freely. No one can really stop him by themselves. They have no tank line to protect the very susceptible Kog'Maw and Caitlyn. Fighting over this, and it's going to be taken away by Water Dragon. Messu getting denied that blue buff is going to hurt that Kog'Maw quite a bit. Not able to spam. Not able to spam those arcane barrages. Their only front line is Apollo, only sitting on a Giant's Belt, though. Is really not enough. They need They needed that Gnar to be that front line, but just bad build choices, bad decision making has plagued Control Alt Delete, Assault and Battery. Look at this damage. Even Ebeg with just a Phage able to solo kill Jorman. A flash from Suki Spaghetti though, getting a little bit ahead of himself. Did not have his team to back him up. Not a corridor that they want to fight though. Should just clear out that middle, push that wave, send Jarrett down. And here comes the placeholder split push. They are so far ahead right now that Control Alt Delete really need to commit to a fight and give up something in return. Polo trying to stop Spooky Spaghetti, but he's only sitting on health right now, getting chunked out. And here it is again. Placeholder starting their stranglehold on this game. Death Sentence not catching anything as they take it. Nice crescendo onto Quantum. Exhaust being dropped. Does Caliber net out, and Flash will save Quantum's life. He just needs to get out of there. He honestly can't be cheeky enough to stay. There's the ace in the hole, but with just sitting on an Infinity Edge, not really going to do much damage. Jarrett still had a heal in the back pocket just in case. And there's the CS leads right now. 70, almost a 70 CS advantage in the top lane. 55 CS advantage for between ADCs. Again, the only one really going even or winning their lane is Mesu on Control Alt Delete, but he's 0-2-0. Spooky Spaghetti just doing so much work on that Cassiopeia that he loves. There's Assault and Battery on to Mesu. Ebeg, though, getting a little bit ahead of himself, but it really doesn't matter. He has Water Dragon. That's all there is to it. Ebeg's definitely going to go down, though. No, he's still alive. There's... Ebeg gets out alive. Quantum not able to do enough damage. Spooky Spaghetti and the rest of Placeholder are joining in. Kaza gets caught out. That's knocked up. Apollo picks up that kill, but Jarrett will take... Well, Jarrett, along with Spooky, take the ace as they clean up Quantum and Apollo, respectively. And that's going to be an inhib turret. Death timers are still quite low, so they might want to opt to get out of here. And they do. Nice not overextending on Team Placeholder. They know they're ahead. They don't need to make any risky moves. They have opened up the base of Control Alt Delete. Dragon is spawning in the mid 30. Grab those buffs. They have vision of the Baron Pit. They can do it anytime right now. They do have the damage. Sivir is already building a Blade of the Rune King, so that is going to be one quick dead Baron right there. A fully stacked Archangels, fully stacked Archangels for Spooky Spaghetti. Going to be deceivingly tanky. He's actually going to go Rylai's this game. Not scared of Mesu at all with that AP Kog'Maw. He's going to go for more of that health. And Ebeg completing that Black Cleaver. I'm still amazed that he was able to get out of that fight. It was a 2 versus 4 fight. Ebeg gets it alive as his team comes to reinforce. And they pick up the ace off of that very ballsy play. But in all honesty, Placeholder is just so far ahead. They can get away with that kind of risky play. They are just going to go for this Baron. And in all honesty, why not? Guardian Angel being picked up from Water Dragon as his second item. And there they are. This is going to be a very quick Baron. Health dropping down low now. Polo is here. Can he make the Miracle Steal to delay this game? He has one shot. Do not waste your chance to blow. Ah, but he does not get it as it goes over to eBay. They turn onto Jorman and he falls right there. Meanwhile, in the back, behind it all, they steal the blue buff. Death Sentence lands onto Kaza as he gets on. It gets the crescendo off, but does die. Kill going over to Mesu as they try to flank. Though, really, Team Placeholders doesn't need to make anything happen right now. Spooky getting caught out with a Death Sentence. Arcane Barrage is there. Ace in the hole will definitely pick him up, but not before he trades 1 for 1. Meanwhile, while all of this happens, Jared is just going to pick away at this inhib. It's just going to turn to Mesu. Nice crit. Chunking out Mesu is going to force him to back out of there. Apollo threatening Jared, but really he can't do much as they will pick up their second inhib turret of the game. Might be a second inhib as well. No, they have to back off from there. Apollo's going to chase them down, though. He doesn't have the support from the rest of the team. Needs to be careful right now. Water Dragon does have a Guardian Angel, so he's not scared of going down. But with Baron on 3 members of Placeholders and Dragon up, they're just going to secure this. It's going to be the 3rd Dragon. Going to give them even more movement speed for their already move speed intensive comp. And Kaza, again, going for that Morellonomicon into Frozen Heart. Really weird, just really weird itemization coming out for Kaza. I mean, it's working, but it's not good. Initiation coming out, there's just death and carnage and destruction. Big 3-man Gnar ultimate, though, from Jorman, but it's not enough because there's no follow-up. And a 3 for 1, or 3 for nothing trade, mind you, for a Placeholder. Apollo and Mesu forced to back away from this. Pops the ulti to get out of there. And goes back to base. Again, not a team fight that they could really take. Should have just traded for towers. But, well, I can't blame them too much. All the waves are pushing in favor of Team Placeholder. And Control Alt Elite really never getting their feet never getting on their feet in this games. Always getting knocked out. Nice Death Sentence onto eBay. TP coming out from Water Dragon to keep that minion alive. They will get this inhib turret. Here comes the poke from Mesu, but he has no mana right now. So much mana drain on that Arcade Barrage spammer. And Water Dragon just initiates onto Quantum, is forced to flash out. Jorman gonna hop out of there. But with that, another inhib falls as super minions threaten the Nexus turrets of Control Alt Elite. This is the final stat. Apollo gets a nice knockup, but really there's no damage. Apollo is gonna fall. Crescendo not gonna hit too much. But Jared's just cleaning up with the Bouncing Blade. Spooky is dropped quite low. But right now, Mesu is the only one. Double kill for Jared off the back of that. Arcane Barrage is trying to do as much work, but Mesu can't really clear this out. Jared is working away at this Nexus turret. Nice last twisted advance onto Mesu. Forced to flash out. But that's going to be lights out for Control Alt Elite as Team Placeholder pick up the 2-0 here in the BCal Spring Split Week 5.